And today, to get started, let's just be in a seated meditation or however you like to start your practice. If you like classic child's pose, big toes touching, knees as wide as feels comfortable, go ahead and do that. If you want to lay down on your belly, on your back, go ahead and do that. But just get into the most comfortable position where you can connect to your breath and connect to your meditation. And if you do have music you like to play for your practice, go ahead and put that on now. But I don't have any on. I'm just doing it quiet. All right. Take your time getting there. Again, if you like to place a block underneath your seat, you can go ahead and do that too. We won't be here for too long, but this is where we will start our practice. So once you get there, go ahead and get all of your wiggles out. Make sure you're adjusted. Make sure that the flesh underneath your seat is kind of pulled out from underneath you, and you can really ground down on those 2 points in your tailbone. And just allow yourself to take a couple big, big, deep breaths in through your nose, fill up your belly. Open mouth exhale, let it go. Take 2 more just like that. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. And then come to find, whoa, your stillness. If it feels safe in your body, come to close your eyes. Or if closing your eyes just isn't an option, go ahead and just soften your gaze by focusing on something directly in front of you and allowing your vision to go a little blurry, kind of like those magic eyes back in the day, paintings that had something hidden in it. Take a couple more big, deep breaths. Feel into that inhale. Feel into your exhale. Shoulders fall, belly draws into your spine. And just bring your awareness completely to your breath. Think about nothing else other than how your inhales feel and your exhales. And just come to that stillness. And check in with your spine. Bring your shoulders back over your hips. Crown of your head reaches up towards the ceiling. A slight tuck of your chin in towards your throat. Find that space in the back of your neck. And just come to that stillness. Option here to set a meditation, a mantra, or a dedication for class. It could be to your damn self. It could be to someone who needs your energy right now. Or it could be a mantra that you're working with. I'm enough. I'm badass. Today I pulled a spiritual as fuck card and it says, fuck what they say. So I think that's going to be mine today. And I'll read you the back. So just come to stillness, find that breath, and come to think what it would feel like to say, fuck what they say. What anyone else says about you doesn't matter. Really and truly, it doesn't. If you heard it secondhand, it super doesn't matter. And if the person isn't your higher power, your boss, or your best friend, it super duper doesn't matter. Think about how much more time you'd have to dream up cool new shit if you really and truly stopped worrying about what other people say about you. You think Martin Luther King cared about what other people said when he wasn't there? No, he was out marching and doing good shit. Let him talk. Do your shit. Take another big inhale. Drop your breath all the way into your belly. Make that belly rise big. Open mouth exhale. Let it all out. And from your breath, bring your awareness to your body. Feel into your body a little bit. Check in from head to toe. Do a body scan. See how your head feels, your neck feels, shoulders, and all the way down to the soles of your feet. See what we need to stay away from today and what we might need a little bit more of today. Again, the space is safe. You can do what you want. And I'm merely a guide. Take another big inhale. Big open mouth exhale. set that mantra, set that intention, and be here within the four corners of your mat, in this body, in this breath, in this class. You can do hard shit, and everything ahead of you today and for the rest of the day is doable. You got this. If your eyes are closed, gently come to blink them open gently. And then just start to roll your neck around. If you're on a block, you can stay there. And we're going to start moving in a little bit, so I'll just set that to the side. And then just start to roll your head. Nice big circles. Feel into that neck. Dropping the chin and then dropping the back of the head. Starting in one direction, nice and slow. Keeping your breath big and natural in and out of your nose. Stopping, going the next direction. And becoming aware of how that all feels. Stopping if you need to in some of those stiff spots. Good. One more big circle. And then come to just stack your head on your neck. So gaze right out in front of you. Right ear drops over to your right shoulder. Really gentle. Space between left ear, left shoulder. Maybe even drop that left shoulder down a little bit. Pull your left elbow down gently towards your left hip. Good. Gaze down towards your right hip. So gaze looks from in front of you down towards that right hip. Just looking down, stretching into that neck. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Inhale, look up. And then as if you were looking around a corner, take your hand and come feel that muscle that's starting to stick out in your neck. So it's kind of like that muscle that, yeah, you use to pull your neck forward. So if you're looking like you're craning around, you can kind of feel it pulling out. Just gently grab that and just start to kind of massage it. So from top to bottom, it goes all the way up to that top part of your neck and then all the way down towards your, what is this, collarbone. I'm going to come a little closer. So yeah, it's like that muscle right there that when you turn your neck, you can kind of feel it. It gets a little fat. And then basically all you do is you just pinch it, almost roll it through your fingers like it's like a noodle or something. And it just helps massage. And this is the muscle that you're using predominantly while you're on the computer screen. So it's just little gentle, be really gentle with it. And then I just keep my neck craned just a little bit to keep it kind of flexed. And then when you're all done, take your two fingertips, pointer finger and middle finger, and follow it down to where it ends up in your collarbone. And then just gently look forward again and then press into the base of your collarbone. It's just like kind of a pressure point and it'll help release this muscle just a little bit more. Take one big breath here with your fingers pressed in. As you exhale, slowly release those fingertips from your collarbone. Good. And then drop your left ear to your left shoulder, stretch between this right ear, right shoulder. Pull your right elbow down towards your right hip just a little bit to create that space. Big breath here. Big breath out. Good. And then slowly release your head forward again as if you were, oh, wait. So from this stretch, drop your gaze down to your left hip. Just a nice little rotation here. Everything's gentle as we begin class and backing off whenever it doesn't feel good. And then from the gaze down at your hip, it's the gaze around the corner, the fake corner coming to grab that opposite side. So that muscle that sticks out on your neck, just grab it and gently roll it between your thumb and your pointer finger or your thumb and your middle finger. From down towards your collarbone all the way up towards like the top of your neck. Yeah. And then take your pointer finger, middle finger, follow it down towards your collarbone, look forward again, and then gently press into that spot. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Slowly release that pressure point. Good. And then shoulders, just start to roll your shoulders up towards your ears. Kind of make it big and expressive. I'm getting my elbows into it a little bit, but whatever feels good. So rolling them up and forward and then up and back, go in different directions, just waking those shoulders up. And then come to stillness, fingertips reach out to opposite sides. Inhale, fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fingertips down towards the mat. Good, just connecting to breath here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach down. Good. One more inhale, reach up. And then this time, come to cactus your arms. So like a little goalpost, bend at your elbows, palms face forward. And just think about drawing your shoulders down, really activating your lat muscles here. And then think about even tilting your elbows forward towards the front of the room. So just one big inhale here as you kind of pull down these goalpost arms. Stay for your exhale. Good. Inhale, lengthen that spine, sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, bring your elbows together, forearms together, palms pressed together. Good. Keep your elbows raised. Inhale, open your elbows. Come back to cactus arms. Good. Exhale, come back together. Good. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, come back together. Good. Drop your hands down to your knees. And go ahead and just do some gentle cat-cows here. So I like to keep my hands on my knees. And then as I inhale, pull your chest forward, let go of your belly a little bit, gaze lifts. Shoulder blades are pulled together behind you too. So very big inhale here. And then exhale, pull away, dome your back towards the back of the mat. I like to grab the fronts of my knees, gently stretch between my shoulders. Exhale, gaze at my navel. Inhale, cow. Good. Exhale, cat. Really press into that tailbone, press the spine to the back of the mat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. One more round. Inhale, cow. Really pull that chest through. Gaze lifts. Exhale, press back. Really grip your knees, stretch through the shoulders, gaze tight to the belly. And then inhale, come back to center. Nice tall spine. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Bring your hands to heart center. Press your palms into one another. Take your thumbs, press them into your sternum. Take a nice big inhale, sit nice and tall. And then as you exhale, twist to look over your right shoulder. So your whole upper body comes with you, and it's like you're twisting around the center of your chest. Good. And just to look to the right side of your mat. Good. Take one breath here in this twist. Stay here for your exhale. See if you can't twist a little deeper. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Upper body comes with you. Think about really connecting the thumbs to the sternum. And then bring your shoulders back over your hips if you feel like you're leaning forward. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, stay. See if you can't twist a little deeper around your hands. Good. Inhale, come back to center. One more time. Exhale, twist to the right. Hands stay in prayer, twisting around those thumbs basically. One breath here. Stay for that exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Good. Draw those shoulders back over your hips. Inhale here. Exhale, stay. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Good. Inhale, fingertips up towards the ceiling, reaching up as if we're being sucked up a little tube. Palms face one another, thumbs point behind you. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Tuck your chin in towards your throat. Find space in the back of the neck, nice and long. Take a breath here. Breath out. Good. Take your hands, place your palms together, interlace your fingers, and then point your pointer fingers up. Good. Take a big inhale here. And then exhale, you're going to just do a little side bend. So up and over the right. Good. Still a lot of space in this right side body. Keep the left shoulder open. Take a big breath here. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the left. Press your right hip down. Good. Inhale, come back to center. One more time. Exhale over to the right as if you're over a big giant beach ball. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the left. Good. Inhale, center. Place your hands in front of you, roll over your knees and shins, come to tabletop. And once you get to tabletop, just a couple gentle wrist stretches, flipping to the backs of your hands. Stretch out just a little bit. Easy, easy, easy. Good. And then come to palms underneath your shoulders, fingers really, really wide, knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes. Perfect. So toes are tucked. Take your gaze from right between your hands and walk your gaze and your hands about 6 inches out in front of you. So your hands are now out in front of your shoulders. Perfect. Toes are tucked. Inhale, lift up and hover your knees. Hold those knees about a couple inches off the mat. Really draw your belly, lift your core. Shorten the distance between the top of your hips and the bottom of your ribs. Take one breath here. Big inhale, press into your full hand. Stay for your exhale. You got this. Good. Inhale, hips up, downward facing dog, inverted V shape. Nice big bend to your knees. Pedal out your heels and check in with your alignment. Feet are about hip width distance, maybe a little bit wider. Knees have a big bend, first one of class. Hips track up towards the ceiling and then back towards the wall behind you. Nice long spine. Shoulders away from your ears. Hands are about shoulder width to a little bit wider distance. Elbows have a little bend. Chest presses towards your thighs. Come to find stillness here in downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Big exhale. Good. Inhale, lift your right heel up to the ceiling, 3-legged down dog. Right heel lifts, right leg is nice and long. Squeeze that right glute. Press evenly into both hands. Take another big breath here. Good. Exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Drop down to your left knee. Press into the top of your left foot. Coming into just a nice, easy runner's lunge. Hands can stay on the mat. If you have a block or two, you can always place them right here to lift you up a little bit. But just coming into a nice hip opener. Right foot is to the outside of that right hand. Yes. And then the chest pulls through just as if you're in cow pose. So think someone has a little grab of your shirt. Good. Nice gaze. Take one big breath here. Big breath out. Good. One more big breath. And then exhale, send your hips back towards your left heel. And then flex your right foot coming into half split. This right leg is long in front of you. Both of your hands are to the inside of that right foot. Think about drawing your right hip back and pressing your left hip forward to square up to the front of your mat. Gentle bend in this right knee, but just probably feeling into the back of that right leg. Take a big breath here. And a big breath out. Good. Inhale, come forward back into that runner's lunge. Big inhale. Good. Exhale, send your hips back, flex your right foot, half split. Inhale, come forward again. Runner's lunge. Exhale, send your hips back, half split. Inhale, come back up, runner's lunge, stay here. Heel toe your right foot into the center of the mat, and then both hands frame your right foot. Good. Place your left hand to the inside of your right foot, either on the ground, or you can come to a block or some kind of prop. And then inhale, right fingertips up. Just a nice little twist here. Squeeze your glutes to help protect that low back. Yes, really press into the top of your left foot and your shin. Shoulder blades pull together. Take a big breath in. Good, big breath out. Inhale, breathe. Inhale, breathe. Take one more breath here. Stay for your exhale. Good. Inhale, prepare. And then exhale, drop your right fingertips down to the back of your left thigh. Left fingertips come up towards the ceiling, exalted warrior. Perfect. Yeah. So a little twist here too. So kind of keeping that same twist, lifting up, dropping your right hand down to the back of that left thigh, left fingertips reach. Again, squeeze the glutes, lift out of that low back. Think again about someone lifting you up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. Big breath out. Check in with your front foot. I always tend to grip the mat with my toes. Make sure you're not gripping the mat with your toes. Lift them up, spread them out, put them back down. Another big inhale here, exalted warrior. Exhale, stay. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to frame your right foot. Step your right foot back long. Step your left foot back. Come to the downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels. Take your time. Take a big breath. I'm not going to cue any chaturangas today, so if you want to take them and they're in your practice, go ahead and do them. But we got plenty of other stuff coming up. Take another big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Inhale, left heel high, three-legged down dog. Really squeeze that left glute. Press evenly into both palms. Take another breath here. On your exhale, step wide to the outside of your left hand. Drop your right knee to the mat. Press the top of your right foot and shin into the mat. Option again to come down to your palms, maybe tented fingers, or come up to a block, whatever feels good. Some people even like to come down to their forearms. That can get a little intense for me. But take a couple big breaths wherever you want to be here in this runner's lunge. Gaze lifts, chest pulls through. Can even roll to the pinky edge of that left foot. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, press back. Send your hips back towards your right heel. Flex your left foot, a little bend in this left knee. Think about drawing your left hip back, almost taking your left hand and press your left hip back, and then draw your right hip forward. Square those hips up to the front of the mat. Take a big breath here. Whew, and a big breath out. These are my least favorite stretches. They are the worst. Inhale, come up, runner's lunge, adding that movement back in. Exhale, send your hips back, flex that left foot. Good. Inhale, come back. Exhale, send your hips back. Whew. Inhale, come forward. Let's take one more. Exhale, send your hips back. Inhale, come forward. Heel toe that left foot to the center of your mat. Both hands frame your left foot. Take your right hand, put it to the inside of your left foot, either on the ground, on tented fingers, on a fist, or maybe a block. Inhale, reach your left fingertips up. Squeeze your glutes. Keep everything centered, just twisting in that shoulder, up in your thoracic spine. Take a big breath here. Big breath out. Keep that left knee in towards center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stay. Good. Inhale, lift up and out, coming into that exalted warrior. So left fingertips drop down to the back of your right thigh. Right fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. I know it's always a little weird. Right hand comes down from the ground, lifts up towards the ceiling. Perfect. Just a nice stretch maybe into the front of that right hip. Take a big breath in, lift up in that chest, out of that low back. Just really lift up, inhale. Good, stay for your exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to frame your left foot. And then step everything back, come into that downward facing dog. Whew. Pedal out your heels. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. All right, let's get into some movement here. Inhale, lift your heel up, right heel up towards the ceiling. Three-legged down dog. Good. Inhale here. Take a moment. Press evenly into both palms. Lengthen out your spine. Activate your core. Big breath in. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands this time. Then come into a low lunge. Option to keep your left knee down on the earth. Option to pop it up and come onto the back toes of your left foot. Wherever you want to be is going to be good. Take a moment here. Press your right hip back. Pull your left hip forward. Chest comes through. Place your left hand on the mat. Right fingertips reach up. Low twisting lunge. Squeezing those glutes. Keeping your hips square. Good. Heel toe that right foot out just a little bit. Take some space up with that front right foot. Good. Really ground down in those legs. Ground down in that left knee wherever you are here in this pose. Take a big breath. All right, you're going to do something hard. Inhale, lift up out of that left hand and come into a high crescent twist. Yes, option. It's going to be wiggly as hell. I fell over so many times sequencing this. So option to be on your knee, option to be lifted. Be there, pick it. Good. Stay on the back toes. Squeeze those glutes, really twist. Big inhale, big exhale. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Both arms reach up. And then drop down into warrior two. Drop your back right heel to the earth. Arms come to a T. Yes. Right knee is over, tracking forward over that right ankle, but tracking out towards your pinky toe. Good. Take these shoulders, bring them back towards your hips. Yes. Right arm forward, left arm back. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Really ground down in both feet. Press into the pinky edge of that back foot. Yes. Hips are open to the left side of your mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Inhale, start to reach your right fingertips past your right toes. Starting to reach forward. Drop your right elbow down onto your right thigh. Inhale your left fingertips up. Extended side angle. Beautiful. Stack that. What is this? Yeah, my left. This is my left hand. Left fingertips reach up. Left side stacks over that right as if you're pressing your back against the wall. Perfect. Big breath in. Big breath out. Check in on your front toes. Are they gripping the mat? If they are, just gently let go. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stay. Good. Inhale, start to reach up and out. Straighten that right leg. Arms come to a T, open to the left side of your mat for star pose. Arms are out, toes are out, heels are in, taking up space. Big inhale here at the top. Exhale, drop down into a goddess squat. Hands come back to that heart center. Press your thumbs into your chest. Knees are over your ankles, but really press your knees out. And then think about tucking your tailbone underneath you just a little bit. Yes. Hands can stay right here at heart center, or option to drop your hands to your thighs. And then take a moment to drop each shoulder into the center. Big exhale as you drop into the center. Inhale, come back out. Good. Exhale, drop in. Yes. And then come back to that goddess squat, hands at heart center. Yes. Lift up your right heel off of the mat. Press into the right toes. Yes. Drop that right heel back down. Lift the left heel up. Hell yeah. Drop that back down. Option, lift both up. Come up onto both of those toes. Yep. Take a big breath here. Big breath out. Good. Drop down. Inhale, reach back up. Star pose. Straighten those legs. Come to turn your toes towards the front of your mat. And then take your back foot and step it into the center of your mat. So shorten that stance a little bit. Perfect. I'd say what? About 2.5 feet between front toe and back toe. Square your hips up towards the front of the mat. Hands come to your hips. Take a big inhale. Find a nice tall chest. And then exhale, bend over that front right leg. Press your right hip back, draw your left hip forward, micro bend in that right knee. Stop when you get about halfway. Hands drop to your shins, or if you have the blocks around you, you can place your hands on blocks, or maybe you just bring your fingertips to press into the mat in front of you. Wherever you are, gentle bend in this right knee. Your full foot is on the mat, front foot, back foot. Yes, as if someone has one of those elastic workout bands around your hips. They're pulling your hips back, but you're drawing your chest forward and then pressing your hands into the mat or prop. Good. Take a big inhale here. Big exhale out. Good. Move those blocks out of the way or keep them close by actually. And then start to place your hands a few inches in front of your right toes. Come to balance on this right leg. Squeeze your left glute, lift your left leg. Come to balance on your right leg, squeeze your left glute, lift your left leg, and then drop your shoulders down a little bit, coming into a standing split. Hell yeah. Really squeeze that glute, lift that left leg. Think about taking the inside of your left leg and twisting it up towards the ceiling. Take one more breath here. Good. Exhale, bend into your right knee, lower your left leg behind you, kind of into this low lunge. Plant your hands, step it back, high plank. If you like to get down on chaturanga, take it here. Otherwise, downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. And then come to find stillness in downward facing dog, or option to drop down to your knees, connect your big toes, hips to heels, connect your forehead to the mat, child's pose. Wherever you want to be, go ahead and be there. Take one big breath in. Become aware of how your body feels. Get ready for this next side. If you're in child's pose, come back up to downward facing dog, taking your time. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Good. Inhale, left heel high, three-legged down dog. Take a big breath here. Squeeze that left glute. Press evenly into both hands. Another big breath here. Exhale, step it between your hands. Option, drop your right knee. Option, pop it off the mat, keep it lifted, stay on those back right toes. Press your left hip back, draw your right hip forward, square to the front of the mat. Chest pulls through. Take a big breath here, low lunge. Good. Plant your right hand to the inside of your left foot. Inhale, left fingertips come up. Option again to place it on a block, something to lift you up a little bit. Squeezing those glutes, protect that low back. Shoulders twist together. Take a big breath here and a big breath out. Heel toe that left foot out just a little bit to widen your stance. Good. You know where we're going. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, start to lift up out of that right hand. Twist into this high lunge. Hell yeah. Option to stay onto that right knee or keep lifted. Yes, powerful. Good. Take a big breath here. Big breath out. You got this. One more inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, bring both arms back to center, square up to the front of the mat. Exhale, drop your right back heel or your back heel onto the mat. Arms come to a T, warrior two stance. Yes. Left arm is forward, right arm is back. Both feet are really grounded down. Press into the pinky edge of your back right foot. Shoulder blades come together. Shoulder blades come over your hips. Here you are, warrior two. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Come back to your mind. Come back to your body. Come back to your practice. You are here. Slow that heart rate down. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Inhale, reach your left fingertips forward. Exhale, release your left elbow onto your left thigh. Right fingertips reach up towards the ceiling, extended side angle. Yes, tuck your tailbone down towards your right heel. Yes. Shorten the distance of the top of your hips and the bottom of your ribs. Yes. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, reach up and out. Come into that star pose again. Stance is nice and wide, taking up space. Toes point out, heels point in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come back down. Hands come to heart center, dropping into that squat. Good. Check in with your feet. If you feel like your feet are too far in and you're kind of knees out a little bit, just walk your heels out under your knees. Take another big breath here. And a big breath out. Check in with your toes. Are they gripping the mat? Lift them up, spread them wide, lower them back down, back into the squat. All right. 10 pulses. We're going to drop an inch, lift an inch. Good. Drop an inch, lift. Yeah. Press into those heels, press into your full foot. And we go for 10, 9, 8, or just hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Squeeze your core. 2 and 1. Inhale, reach up. Good. Exhale, face forward. Left foot should be forward this time. Right foot should come back, step to the middle of the mat. Hands to your hips. Take a big inhale here. Nice tall chest. Exhale, bend over your waist. Press your left hip back, right hip draws forward. Micro bend in this left knee. Once you get to about halfway, drop your hands down to your shin or maybe to a block or two or to the mat on tented fingers or flat palms. And really press your chest back into your left thigh. Left hip back, right hip forward. Again, the sensation of someone pulling both of your hips back and you're drawing your chest forward. Good. Take a big inhale here. Big exhale out. Good. Hands a few inches in front of your toes. Option to have a block close by too. Come to bring the weight onto your left leg. Squeeze your right glute, lift your right leg. Start to drop your shoulders down a little bit. Bend those elbows. Whew. Standing split. You got it. Take one more big breath here. Big breath out. Good. Inhale, squeeze that right glute one more time. Exhale, lower right leg down to the mat. Plant your palms, step it back. Option for your chaturanga, or I'm just going to down dog tonight. Pedal out the heels. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. All right, we're going to flow both of those sides twice, and then we're going to come down to the mat and chill out. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. All right, first side, let's get it. Inhale, right heel high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step your right foot through, low lunge. Inhale, sweep your right fingertips up towards the ceiling, low twisting lunge. Inhale, start to rise out, high twisting lunge. Take a breath here. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, come to center, both biceps by ears. Exhale, drop down, warrior two, arms to a T. Good. Inhale, reach your right fingertips forward. Exhale, right elbow down, left fingertips up, extended side angle. Take one breath here. One breath out. Good. Inhale, come to stand, extend your right leg, toes out, heels in, star pose. Inhale. Exhale, drop down, goddess squat. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center, drop down, goddess squat. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pivot forward, hands come to hips. Back left foot steps to the middle of the mat. Big inhale here. Exhale, fold over, pyramid pose. Good. Inhale, release your fingertips down. Stay for that exhale. Inhale, shift your weight to your right leg. Come into that standing split, squeeze your left glute. Take a breath here, exhale. One more breath here, squeeze your left glute just a little bit more. Exhale, drop your left leg down to the earth. Plant your hands, step your right foot back, downward facing dog, or take your chaturanga. Big breath in. Big breath out. You got this. Next side. Inhale, left heel high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, sweep your left fingertips up, twisting lunge. Good. You got this. Inhale, start to lift up. Come up into that high lunge. Keep that twist the whole way. Yes, take a breath here. Breath out. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms up to center. Exhale, drop your right heel, warrior two, arms at a T. Inhale, reach your left fingertips forward. Exhale, drop your left elbow down. Inhale, your right fingertips up. Good. Take a breath here. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, reach up, star pose, toes out, heels in. Exhale, come down, goddess squat, hands at heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come down. Good. Inhale, reach up, pivot forward, toes face forward, step your right foot back into the middle of the mat. Big breath here, hands on hips. Exhale, fold forward, pyramid pose. Drop your fingertips down, take a big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, come to shift the weight onto the left foot, standing split, squeeze that right glute. Take another big breath here. As you exhale, bend your left knee, Drop your right foot, plant your hands, step it back. Downward facing dog or chaturanga. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Hell yes. Once more, each side, you got this. Inhale, right heel high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, right fingertips up, low twisting lunge. Here you go, you got this. Inhale, come up, high twisting lunge. Good, take a breath here. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, reach up center, high lunge. Exhale, come to warrior two, arms to T. Good. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, release right elbow down, left fingertips up. Good, take one breath here. Exhale, stay. Inhale, reach up, star pose, fingertips wide, all take a wide stance. Exhale, drop down, goddess squat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, reach up, hold there. Exhale, pivot those toes forward, hands to hips. Step your left foot back to this middle of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Pyramid pose. Release your fingertips. Take a big inhale. Stay for your exhale. Good. Inhale, shift right weight to your right leg. Squeeze your left glute. Standing splits. Take another breath here. As you exhale, bend into your right knee. Drop your left foot to the mat. Plant your hands. Step it back. Downward facing dog or take your chaturanga. Big breath in. Big breath out. All right. Last side. You got this. Inhale, lift your left heel high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, left fingertips up, low twisting lunge. Exhale, stay. Inhale, reach those left fingertips up. Come up into that high twisting lunge. Hell yeah, you got this. Take a breath here. Stay for your exhale. Good. Inhale, both arms towards center. Exhale, drop to warrior two, arms at a T. Inhale, reach left fingertips forward. Exhale, left elbow down, right fingertips up. Good, take a breath here. Exhale, stay. Inhale, reach up, star pose, legs long, arms long, toes out, heels in. Exhale, drop down, goddess squat. Inhale, reach out, star pose. Exhale, goddess squat. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pivot to the front, toes pivot to the front, hands come to your hips. Nice big inhale here, tall chest. Exhale, bend over left leg, pyramid pose. Drop your fingertips to the mat, take a big inhale. Exhale, stay. Good. Inhale, shift weight to the left leg. Squeeze your right glute, lift the right leg. Good. One breath here, standing split. Exhale, bend into that left knee, lower your right foot. Plant your hands, step it back, last chaturanga, or take a downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Good. Drop down to your knees. Grab a drink of water if you need one, or anything. If you need anything, grab it now. I'm taking a sip. And then we're going to do just a quick little ab sitch and then chill out for the rest of class, y'all, okay? So also make sure you have anything you need to stay cozy for Shavasana, a blanket, pillow for behind your knees, whatever you may need. Once you're ready, tabletop position. Hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. You got this. All right, so it sounds simple so far. Activate your core, so draw your belly up as if there's a fire underneath you. You don't want to burn your skin. Press into the tops of your feet, but we're actually going to tuck our toes. Good. Really press into your palms, fingers are wide, and really press into the thumbs and pointer finger to help alleviate any pain on the heel of your hand. Inhale, step your right toes back, and then squeeze your right glute, lift your right heel up towards the ceiling or level with your right heel or right hip. There we go. Take a big inhale, stretch your right heel away from you just a little bit more. And then exhale, right knee to the back of your right tricep. Good. Inhale, lengthen right leg long. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Good. Option, just keep doing this. Untuck your left toe, actually press the tops of your left foot into the mat. Option to add on by inhale, extending leg behind you. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow, and then press into the top of your left foot, lifting your hips up to the ceiling. Inhale here, exhale, or exhale. This is your exhale, and then your inhale, lengthen your right leg long behind you. Otherwise, really pull that belly in, lift your right knee all the way up into that right armpit. All right, so let's do 5 on each side. So inhale, right leg long behind you. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Option to press into the top of the left foot. Pull those hips up. Inhale, drop, lengthen behind you. Exhale, knee to elbow, press into left foot. Drop down, inhale, lengthen right leg. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Press into the top of that left foot. Good, drop it down. Inhale, lengthen, last one. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Press into the top of that foot. Good, exhale, drop down. Tabletop pose, and then just do a couple cat-cows real quick. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, press through, dome your back, gaze to your thighs. Good, one more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. All right, next side. 5, you just got to do 5. So palms underneath your shoulders, hands are wide. Same thing on the opposite side. Left leg reaches back long behind you. Left heel up in line with left hip. Inhale, take a big breath. And then exhale, draw your left knee to your left elbow. Give it a tap. Good. Inhale, lengthen long. And then exhale, give it a tap. Option to add on by pressing into that right top of your foot, lifting your hips up. Good. All right, let's do 5. All right, inhale, lengthen left leg behind you. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Press into the top of your right foot. Lift your whole right leg up, hips up. Inhale, lower, lengthen left leg. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Press into your right foot. Inhale, lower, lengthen behind you. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Press into the top of the right foot. Good. Inhale, lower, lengthen behind you. 2 more. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Top of the right foot, hips up. Inhale, lower, lengthen behind you. Last one. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Press into the top of the right foot. Lift those hips up. Good. Drop down. Come to bring your big toes to touch, your knees as wide as the mat. Walk your hands away from you, forehead to melt. Take 1 breath here. Let that low back release. Press gently into your palms to press your hips gently towards your heels. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. The hard work is over. You got this. You did this. Now you get to relax. Take another big breath in through your nose. Fill up your belly nice and wide. Big breath out. Good. Draw your palms underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up. Walk your hands out a few inches in front of you. Tuck your toes. Send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. We're going to try a little flip here. So inhale, lift your right heel up. 3-legged down dog. Bend your right heel or bend your right knee. Let your right heel fall towards your glute. Open your right hip. So stack your right hip on top of your left. And then just some big hip circles. Draw big circles with your knee, opening that hip up one direction and then opposite direction. Good. And then come to lift your knee back up. Heel is still towards your glute. And then start to let your right foot fall behind you. You're going to start to see it underneath you. Bend into your left foot. Drop your right foot behind you. Come into Wild Thing. Press into your left arm. Right fingertips reach up. Press into your right toes. Gaze goes over your front mat. Lift those hips up. Big breath here. And then exhale, drop down to your seat. So now you're flipped to look at the back of your mat. Your left leg is long. Your right leg is going to press into the inside of your left leg. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up, biceps by ears. Square up to your left leg. And then exhale, fold over your left leg. Gentle bend in your knee. Flex your foot. And then option to grab your calf, your ankle, maybe your foot, maybe just reaching for the ground beside your leg. So just a nice, easy one-legged forward fold. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Starting to relax here. Inhale, slowly walk your hands back towards you. All right, we're gonna come out the way we came, or you can just basically flip over into downward facing dog, whichever way you choose. So take your right foot, place it next to your left knee. Take your left hand, place it on the top of the mat behind you. So basically behind your left glute, a few inches above. Press into your right foot. Lift your hips up, press into that left foot too. Take your right hand, look, place it next to your left. And then just flip over into that three-legged down dog. Drop your right foot next to your left. Downward facing dog. Good. Take a big breath here. Big breath out. Good. Inhale, reach your right heel high. We're not quite done yet. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Give it a tap. Lay your right shin parallel to the top of the mat. Release your left leg for half pigeon. So this is a prone. So if you don't like doing pigeon on your front side, you can always flip around and do it on your back side, figure four style. But if we're here on our bellies, shin is parallel to the top of the mat, flexing our feet a little bit. Take a big inhale, find a nice tall chest. And then exhale, come to rest down on your forearms. If you have blocks, my favorite thing to do in pigeon is one under my sternum and one underneath my forehead. I have to move your right knee out a little bit. If you don't have blocks, you have fists, make two fists, stack them one on top of each other. Forehead comes to rest. Nice relaxed neck, nice relaxed shoulders. If you're like, hell no, girl, I ain't doing this on my front side, flip around to your back. Figure four. So right ankle over left knee. Reach your hands around to the back of your left thigh. Pull your left thigh towards you. Both do the same, just in a different way. And I love both. But wherever you are, pick to be there and really be there. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Bring your mind back to that mantra, back to that intention that you set at the beginning of class. Let your breath be natural and spontaneous. And remind yourself that we don't care what people say. We don't give a fuck what people say. That's my mantra. So just bringing it back into the forefront of your mind. And just bringing it back into your body. Take another big breath here in whatever pigeon pose you're in. And a big breath out. If you're on your back, just gently rock and roll your way back into downward facing dog. If you're on your front, place your palms in front of your right shin, tuck your back left toes. Inhale, lift your right knee, step your right foot back next to your left, downward facing dog. Pedal at your heels and take a moment just to bring that awareness to your right hip, right side of your body, and how that feels in comparison to your left. One big breath in. Next side, you got this. One breath out. Inhale, left heel high, three-legged down dog. Bend your left knee, left heel falls towards your glute. Big circles with that left knee. Go one direction, and then stop and go the other. Good. And then lift your knee back up, heel still towards your glute, and then allow that left foot to start to fall behind you. You might start to see it. You peek under your right armpit. Bend into your right knee to lower down just a little bit. Bring your left toes behind you. Come into that wild thing. Lift your hips up. Good. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Exhale. Drop your hips down to the mat. Right leg is long this time. Left foot comes to the inside of your right, facing the back of the mat. Take an inhale. Reach your arms up by your ears. Square up towards your right leg. Exhale. Fold over. Walk your hands down your leg. Option to grab your calf, your ankle, your foot, or just reach. A little bend in this right knee. Good. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. This is usually about the time I realize how much dog hair I have on my lip pants. and how dirty my floor is. But then I remind myself, come back to my practice. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Walk your hands back towards your hips. Come back out the same way you came, or you can just simply roll over into down dog. So bend your left knee, plant your left foot to the inside of your right knee. Place your right foot on the mat. Take your right hand, place it to the upper right-hand corner of the top of your mat. Press into both of your feet. Press into your right arm. Good. Lift your hips up. Inhale, wild thing. Good. Exhale. Place your left hand back on the mat. Left foot back next to your right, downward facing dog. Good. And then inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, bring your left knee, left elbow. Place your left shin parallel to the top of the mat. Coming back into that half pigeon. So again, if you don't want to take it on the front side, if you don't want to take it prone, you can take it supine on your back. And if you did it one way on one side, you don't have to do it the same exact way on the other. So take a big breath in and a big breath out. If you can, walk down to your forearms. Maybe stack your fists, rest your forehead there. Prop yourself up with some blocks. Again, my favorite is one right under the sternum, one right under the forehead. Reaching forward ahead of me. Take a couple big breaths here. Relax back down. Good. If this is feeling juicy for you right now and you want to stay longer, you have all the time in the world in any of these finishing postures. So go ahead and take it. If you are feeling ready to move on, gently walk your hands back underneath you if you're prone on your front. If you're on your back, stay right where you are. If you're prone, walk your hands underneath you. Plant your palms, tuck your right toes, inhale, lift your left knee, step your left foot back next to your right, downward facing dog for just a breathe. One big breath here. Exhale, drop down to your knees. Send your hips to one side, your legs to the other. And then again, have anything close that you need for your final Shavasana. I always like having a sweater. And then from this nice comfortable seat, just slowly and meticulously take your time, resist your way down to your back. Good. And once you arrive there, draw your knees into your chest and then just gently rock side to side, leaving your shoulders on the mat. Just kind of massaging out that tailbone a little bit. Good. And then release your knees, soles of the feet back onto the mat, knees bent up towards the ceiling. Fingertips reach towards your heels. Press gently into the soles of your feet to press your low back into the mat. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Bridge pose, nice and gentle. Knees stay together. Gentle effort in the glutes and in the quads and in the hamstrings. Take another big breath here. And then exhale, lower from top to bottom, shoulders, middle back, lower back, tailbone. Good. One more just like that. Palms press into the mat, forearms press into the mat. Inhale, press into the soles of your feet, press that low back in. And then exhale, lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Bridge pose, knees together. Good. Take one breath here at the top. And then exhale, slowly lower top to bottom. Nice and slow. Good. Bring your knees into your chest, and then this time lift your chest up to your knees and see if you can't just wrap your arms around your legs and then rock side to side. Good. Release that grip. Take your hands, reach for the inside or outside edges of your feet for happy baby. So if you grab your pinky edge, it's an open shoulder stretch. If you grab for the inside arches of your feet, it's a closed shoulder stretch. Maybe feel into the different sensations. If you can't reach, elbows to the backs of your knees and then hands to the outsides of your ankle. Wherever you are, just make sure that spine is nice and long. An option for stillness or to rock side to side. I love the rocking side to side and extending one leg And then the other, and then there's other days where I just like to stay really, really still with my low back really, really, really pressed into the mat. So after a little bit of play, rocking and rolling, come to find stillness here in this happy baby. Really pull down on your feet and kick up into your hands and lay your low back nice and long. Lift your head up, tuck your chin in a little bit, release the back of your head to the mat. Feel the space in the back of your neck now. Good. Take one more big breath in. Big breath out. Release the grip on your left foot. Keep the grip on your right. Let your left leg go long. Good. And then take your hand from your foot to your knee. Bring your right knee up into your right armpit. Take a big inhale here. And then exhale, gently guide your right knee to the left side of the mat. And then once you get about halfway, pick your hips up and really press and really stack your left hip underneath your right. Let that right knee just gently drape down to the left side of your body, arms open to a T. Option to incorporate this twist into your neck by looking long over your right arm. And let gravity do everything here. If you want a little block underneath that lifted knee, that's good. But just make this effortless and gentle. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. On your next inhale, draw your right knee gently back over to the right side of the mat. Good. Both knees into chest. Just for a moment, reach up, grab for that full happy baby once more. Take one big breath here. As you exhale, release opposite grip. So right foot goes long down the mat, her right leg goes long down the mat. Left hand goes from left foot down to left knee. Draw that left knee up into the armpit. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, guide your left knee over to the right side of the mat. Pick up and stack your right hip underneath your left. Shoulders stay in the mat. Arms can come to a T or maybe those goalpost arms. Palms up towards the ceiling. Bend in your elbows. Gaze long down your left arm. Take a big breath in. And big breath out. One more big breath here. Big breath out. Good. Inhale, gently come, bring that left knee back over to the left side of your mat. Bring both knees into your chest. Bring your chest up into your knees. If you can, give yourself a big squeeze. And then take a big inhale here. Squeeze your fists, squeeze your toes, squeeze your eyes together, squeeze your mouth together, squeeze your abs, squeeze your every muscle in your body. And then take another big inhale. And then as you exhale, release every tensed muscle into your Shavasana. Maybe classic Savasana with your legs long, arms taking up space. If that doesn't feel great on your low back, bend your knees. Heel toe your feet to the outside edges of your mat. Allow gravity to let those knees fall into center. And low back is feeling good. And any other way, maybe a prop underneath the back of your knees. Just come to find stillness for 3 whole minutes. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. 3 minutes of stillness and silence. Focus on your breath, focus on your body. Bring your intention back into your mind. I'll wake you up when it's time to go. If Shavasana feels good and you want to stay right where you are as I close out practice, please do. Get comfortable, stay here, even after I close the Zoom room. If you're ready to move on, go ahead and start wiggling your fingers. Run your thumb pad over your four-finger pads. Wiggle your toes. Release your head from your chin from one shoulder over to the other. Take a big breath in, reach your arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, come to pick your favorite side. Find fetal position. Draw your knees into your chest. Your strong bicep is a pillow underneath your ear. Eyes can stay closed, gaze can stay heavy. And take a moment here to appreciate your effort and to appreciate the physical yoga, the asana that we just did on our mat, and taking the outside yoga with us to use on the inside in our life. If you're feeling ready, go ahead and press yourself up to a comfortable seat. If you want to stay in Shavasana or fetal position, please do. Once you arrive to the top of your mat, come to bring your hands to heart center. Take a big inhale in, find a nice tall chest, tuck your chin in towards your throat. And then exhale, gentle bow forward. Sealing in our practice, again, honoring our effort and thanking ourselves and each other for this practice. And then with your eyes closed or your lids heavy, just come to rub your hands from side to side, creating some heat between your palms. Once that gets nice and warm, take your warm hands and cover your eyes. And then blink your eyes open under those warm palms. And then release your hands to the tops of your knees. Thank you, yogis, for coming to class.